Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my Week 11 NFL predictions. Man, I have not had a good week in a while. I mean, every single time I predict games, I think I'm barely over 500, and it's honestly getting to be a little concerning at this point. We're going to hop straight into it. I don't think I need to go through the disclaimers. If you want to comment, great. If you don't want to, that's cool too. I'm glad you're here. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Let's predict NFL Week 11. We're going to start off with the Jets versus the Patriots. And if I had to think about this one, I would literally be mad at myself. I'm going to take the Patriots to win this 27-10. It's going to be an absolute massacre. Drake May is going to have 75 completion percentage. The Jets are just not a good team. I know they've gotten a few wins here and there, but the Patriots are just steamrolling. And the Patriots, for the rest of the season also, they have a really easy schedule, which honestly makes me feel like that they're going to walk right into a division title. So I am going to pick the Patriots. Now we have a Spain game, and this is the Dolphins versus the Commanders. And this is going to be, honestly, a better game than some people think. But I think I do like the Dolphins to win this 20-17. I'm not betting on this game to be good or anything, but it's going to be more interesting than people are going to want to admit. Plus, the Dolphins are coming off of a hot win versus the Bills, and I think they're steamrolling right now. The Commanders, again, have been absolutely miserable without Jaden Daniels. They're still going to be without Jaden Daniels, so I have no doubt in my mind that the Dolphins are going to be able to pull away with the win here. Now we have the Giants versus the Packers, and to my knowledge, Jameis Winston will be starting this game for the Giants because Jackson Dart is out with a concussion, but either way, the Packers will be winning this. That defense is absolutely insane. Jameis Winston will not be able to move the ball. This is going to be a 27-14 deficit for Green Bay because I just think Green Bay right now has the better offense, defense, and they just fired Brian Daboll, the Giants did. So it's going to be tough to win this game, but either way, the Packers will win. Now we have the Texans versus the Titans, and to my knowledge also, CJ Stroud will be back for this game, but either way, it wouldn't matter. The Texans will win this 30-7. The Titans are going to be awful. This won't be a good game. Texans are coming off of a win, monumental comeback versus the Jaguars, and it seems like the Titans, no matter how hard they try, they cannot move the ball downfield. The Texans will win this in a landslide. Now we have the Vikings versus the Bears. This one's going to be interesting, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Bears here. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be 24-21. I just think I trust the Bears team more than an inconsistent Vikings team. I will expect Justin Jefferson to go off, but I just do expect the Bears to play more as a team. And J.J. McCarthy will make mistakes. It just depends on which quarterback will make more mistakes. I think that's J.J. McCarthy, so I am going to pick the Bears here. Now we have the Chargers versus the Jaguars, and I'm not even going to think about this one. I'm going to take the Chargers to win 30-17. I don't trust the Jaguars at all. Mainly, I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I think, I'm really starting to fall under the belief that he might be terrible. Trevor Lawrence might be the problem of this Jaguars offense. He might be the one holding them back, and if things don't get figured out soon, Trevor Lawrence may be benched. However, the Chargers really are just that good this season. They are a complete team. They are the more complete team. Justin Herbert will have a great game, so I am going to go with the Chargers here. Now we have the Buccaneers versus the Bills, and this one is going to be great. It's going to be a great game. I think the Bills versus Dolphins was kind of a hiccup. This is not me being biased because I like the Bills. I'm going to pick the Bills here. I just think the Buccaneers have really cooled down. They're starting to honestly collapse a little bit. I know they had a hot start to the season, but still no Bucky Irving. This wide receiver room is still very injured. The Bills are just the more healthy team. And Josh Allen, even though they lost, still threw for 300 yards. And so I have no doubt in my mind what they're going to do to this Buccaneers secondary. So I'm going to pick the Bills here in a close 30-27 ball game. Now we have the Steelers versus the Bengals. I am not going to pick the Bengals here. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I mean, they have the night and day better defense. They have, honestly, in my opinion, the better offense too. Joe Burrow has returned to practice, but he is not going to come back for this week, and the Bengals are just way too bad defensively. They're way too inconsistent on offense, and the Steelers, even though they just had a bad game this entire year, have been honestly pretty consistently, stick to the game plan. So I am going to go with the Steelers here. Now we're on to the 49ers versus the Cardinals. And like I said, I will never, ever pick the Cardinals. I mean, I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers here just because, again, I'm not picking the Cardinals. I think they're just way too inconsistent. Jacoby Brissett is not good. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out. So I am going to pick the 49ers here. Just because no matter how many times I've counted them out, no matter how many times I thought that they were going to fall off due to injuries, they never have. And I respect that for you 49ers. I'm tipping my cap to you guys. And now we're on to probably going to be the game of the century. We got the Seahawks versus the Rams. 7-2 versus 7-2. This is going to be an insane game. We got to use the process of elimination here. I do expect Matt Stafford to be, calmed down a little bit. However, I do also expect the Rams to kind of contain JSN and not let him run around like a wild man like he has been in this entire year. As much as I do want to pick the Seahawks, they're not going to win because defensively, I don't think they're as good as the Rams. And offensively, I also don't think they're as consistent as the Rams, though. But I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope the Seahawks just continue to stun me like they have this entire year. I hope Sam Darnold continues to play the way he's been playing. And honestly, this game, I feel like, will determine who wins the NFC West. So I am going to go with the Rams here, but it is going to be a very close 37-34 ball game. Now we have the Broncos versus the Chiefs. This is going to be interesting, but I am going to pick the Chiefs here to win 24-17. Look, for as great as Broncos are defensively, man, like they are way too inconsistent on offense. But that Raiders game literally just proved it. Bo Nix does not make good decisions. He is really, really overrated. I can say with confidence. And the Chiefs are also good defensively, but offensively they're just night and day better than the Broncos. So I am going to pick the Chiefs here. Now we have the Ravens versus the Browns. Yikes. Not going to spend too much time on this. Ravens win. And now we probably are going to have the other game of the century. We got the Lions versus the Eagles in Philadelphia. It's going to be loud. And as much as I really do want to pick the Lions here, my gut is saying go with the Lions, but my brain realistically is gonna pick the Eagles, man. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I just feel like no matter how many times I've been scared of an opponent, no matter how many times I thought the Eagles were gonna be shut down, no matter how many times I thought we would lose a game, Buccaneers, the Rams even, the Packers last week, the Cowboys, the Eagles have always found some way to prove me wrong, no matter what it is, no matter who we are facing. So I'm going to go with the Eagles because I'm just done betting against the Eagles. Now we have what's going to be a classic for Monday Night Football. We got the Cowboys versus the Raiders. NFL, how could you do this to us? How in the world could you put this on primetime? The Cowboys are going to win like 40-6. It's not even going to be a contest. The Cowboys are going to absolutely deliver BTA to the Raiders. It just won't be close. And I don't know why they thought that this was going to be a good Monday Night Football game. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Week 11 NFL predictions. I hope you all somewhat enjoyed this video. These games this week are very lackluster, so try to enjoy yourself as much as you can. I'm going to be hopping off and trying to my best to edit this video the best way I can so you guys can watch it and enjoy it. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload. Peace.